Hey, come on in. The lovely Nia, everybody.
Hey.
Ever since we had a kid, Nia, your guest spots on this podcast have dropped off drastically.
I just came in to check on you.
Hey, somebody sent. Can I read this thing about the fucking Impossible Burger?
Oh God.
I know, right? Because we were like going, oh, "This is the greatest thing ever," and my thing was, how do they make it so fucking red? I know.
Yeah, it does look like it's bleeding, and it's not meat. So why does it look like that?
Yeah. So let's find this out. If I typed in my password right, yes, I did.
Psychological thing, right?
Yeah, I think that's. But I mean, I make like lentil burgers, and like the way you make it red is you have beets in there.
But I mean, that's also a part of the recipe, right? Just the beets. I don't think it's meant to be like make it look like real meat, like Impossible is. Even though Impossible.
No, when the person said if you want to have it look like meat a little bit, you can put beets in it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here we go. Don't eat the Impossible Burger. All right.
Did you really have to ruin it, person who's writing in to give us facts?
I know.
You're ruining it.
I know, but they got to do it. Here we go. It says, Guten Morgen, Billy Beidel. Hey, unless you want lactating bitch tits, don't eat.
That's offensive to me.
Why?
Because I, at one point, had lactating bitch tits, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they fed you, whoever this is, Guten Morgen was some German fucker.
Yeah, but as a guy, would you want me to lactate, Nia?
I wouldn't. You're not going to lactate. I don't care where this letter is going.
Okay, don't eat that Impossible Whopper. Oh, that's the Impossible Whopper. I'm talking about I get the shit at the store. Anyway, that soy burger has 44 milligrams of estrogen, according to a study. It seems like an extraordinary claim, but this study was performed by a reputable lab and got consistently respectable results.
Repeatable.
Oh, repeatable. Sorry, my eyes are going. Not only is that 44 milligrams of estrogen, asterisk 18 million times higher than a normal Whopper, which contains 2.5. It is also full of legal, the shit that makes it red. Well, I'm not eating the fucking Impossible Whopper.
They're just talking about the meat, though. Listen.
No, they're talking about the listen. Produced by splicing bacterial genes into a strain of yeast, making it a GMO product.
Yeah, it's not organic by any means.
The makers of the Impossible Burger claim it has 25 grams of protein, which isn't technically a lie. What they do fail to mention, however, is that it lacks any of the 9 essential amino acids, meaning you barely get any of the nutrition a complete protein has. The doctor who ran the study notes 4 of these a day is enough to grow tits on a man and cause lactation to boot.
You're not going to have lactation unless you're growing a child inside of you. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would you lactate and you don't even have a baby? That's what it's for. Your body knows that you're growing a baby, and so it's providing milk for the baby. You're not going to be lactating because you ate the Impossible Burger.
Can I ask you a question? Are you a doctor?
No, but I'm a woman who's had a child, and I have common fucking sense. Why do people lactate, Bill? Why do
so you're like that?
Wait.
Are you that mother that tells it like it is?
I am. Why do animals lactate? Why? To feed their babies. You're not going to be lactating. You might grow boobies.
All right, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Please don't.
Do animals eat the Impossible Whopper?
No.
What if they ate 4 in one day?
No one's going to eat 4 in one day. Like,
what if it's a hungry male wolf and he eats 4 in a day? Is he going to go, oh, and fucking have milk coming out of its non-existent tits?
We know that the Impossible Burger is junk food, okay? But this idea that you're going to start lactating as a man doesn't make any fucking sense. You're not growing a child. You're not going to lactate.
Well, I'll tell you who's going to find out.
Not you.
America. Because we'll fucking down 4 of anything that you got in one fucking day.
To break it down, a regular Whopper has 2.5 nanograms of estrogen. The Impossible Whopper has 44 milligrams of estrogen. Female birth control has 0.05 milligrams of estrogen. Aside from the obvious feminizing effects that much estrogen has on a male, It's also carcinogenic. Soy and other estrogens are linked to testicular and prostate cancer in men and breast cancer in women. There's a link. Always love the podcast and don't give up on the polar bears. Okay, I'm not saying like
you don't know what you're talking about. Please keep talking.
The impossible meat is junk food, but you're not going to start lactating. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous claim. Ridiculous.
Can I ask you a question?
Ridiculous.
What he's suggesting is like, I didn't think I had the plumbing for that.
You don't.
Like I thought, like like in a kitchen where there's a false drawer. Like I thought that's what male nipples were. like there's no milk behind that counter.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Why you don't have any white lab coats? What do you know?
And this fucking guy does.
Well, he threw out
this weird fucking sexist language. No, I'm not into it.
Can you fucking ladies get over yourselves?
No.
It's about you and not testicular cancer. I am offended. I'm so glad you didn't say this in November when I had a mustache.
I don't want you to get testicular cancer. Too much estrogen is bad for everybody, including women. But you're not going to start lactating. That's absurd.
I don't understand how you turned this into a male-female argument. This guy is arguing for humanity.
Fucking thing I've ever heard, and it's just like a dumb fucking stupid male to the dude. You're gonna fucking have so much estrogen, you're gonna grow bitch tits and fucking start lactating, dude. Like, you don't want that. The feminization with the Impossible Burger. Like, you shut the fuck up, okay?
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Basically. Because I read it in a bro voice being silly, but like this idea that you're gonna lactate, eating that, like, stop it already. But yes, you are correct. The Impossible Burger is junk food. Everybody knows that.
All right.
It's not good for you.
Dr. James Stangl.
All right, I'm leaving now.
What do you mean you're leaving after you just fucking...
Because I'm cooking dinner. And I got to get back to it.
Oh, good. Get back to the kitchen where you belong.
You know what? Don't even do it. When are you done with this thing?
Huh? What do you mean this thing?
This little hobby.
I don't know. I was going to do part of it now and just fucking, I'm trying to knock it out because I know tomorrow morning I got to watch the kiddo.
All right. Well, dinner's going to be ready soon.
What are you making?
What you're going to eat. Oh, look who it is.
Mama, I burned my head. I fall down.
Are you okay?
I burned my head, bumped my head.
You bumped your head and fell down?
I jumped too hard. I hurt my foot.
You did.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah. Go rub some dirt on it. You're good.
All right.
I love when she says that. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Wait, don't.
Hey, we're not having Impossible meat, are we? All right.
God forbid.
I bought some real beef there.
God forbid you start lactating. No, we're having a vegetarian.
Yeah, well, what would that do to our daughter if all would be,
Goodbye.
I think this is a Showtime series. A guy eats too many burgers, he starts lactating.
Auf Wiedersehen, asshole.
Unbelievable. See what happens, sir, when you try to make a point to a woman and in the first sentence you say bitch tits? She couldn't hear your message. All right. For the rest of you still listening. All right. Stangl, Impossible Burgers are made of what? All right. The Impossible Whopper. Now, to be fair to all the other impossible things out there. Hey, did they call it impossible so you can't sue them? So when there's fucking milk coming out of your titties, they're like, well, we said it was impossible. The fuck do you want from us? What were we supposed to call it? The fucking lactating bitch tit burger? All right, the Impossible Whopper is being advertised by Burger King as a plant-based alternative to the Whopper. When food manufacturers started talking about making artificial meat, I, too, thought it would be impossible to make a hamburger cheaply enough to make it competitive. You see, I assumed that they would have to buy the individual amino acids, the building blocks for protein, and chemically string them together in the proper order, then remove the reagents, I don't know what that is, chemicals needed to cause the chain reaction, and then add something to give it the right texture. The reality is, people, just eat the right natural foods. All right? I'm talking to myself, too. Just go get some fucking green veggies that, maybe weren't cross-pollinated with something else, which is very hard to do. Why do politicians make such little money? Why is that? It's so fucking cunts who make shit like this can get it on the market for free. And all those fucking assholes, you saw the Obamas, they bought like some $1 zillion house. You know, the Clintons are always buying shit. The Bushes are buying up half of fucking South America. You know, they were public servants. Where's all that money come? Oh, they give speeches. To who? The Impossible Burger people. All right. The Impossible Whopper, made by Impossible Foods, bypassed all of those steps, the ones that I was just mentioning. Let's compare the two. The Impossible Whopper patty is made from 24 ingredients. The most important ingredient is soy protein. The Whopper patty has just one ingredient. That would be beef. That's pretty respectable for Burger King. I mean, back in the day, you didn't know what the fuck it was. Remember when McDonald's came out? They were this like, you know, we got our new burger now with 100% real beef. And the obvious question was, what the fuck was it before? The Impossible Whopper has 630 calories, most from the added oils. The Whopper has 660 calories. So about 5% less calories. This is not a huge improvement. Jesus Christ, the fucking Whopper is taking a fucking beating in this. The Impossible Whopper, I should say. The Impossible Whopper has 25 grams of protein. The Whopper has 28 grams. Seems pretty equal. Only 11% less protein in the Impossible Whopper. However, not all proteins are created equal. There are 20 amino acids, 9 of which are essential, meaning your body cannot make them, so they are required in the diet. Each of those essential amino acids must meet a certain level. You want to read the rest of this, everybody? I'm kind of interested. Well, I had no intention. All right, this person writes back, wrong. Please read this blog from Impossible Foods about why the Impossible Burger uses soy. Well, why would you listen to the person on fucking trial? I'd rather listen to a doctor. I mean, Impossible Foods, they got a dog in this fight. That fucking doctor, unless they were hired by the people that make the Big Mac. You know? This is going to be, I'm calling this right now, this is going to be an Oscar-winning movie someday. Right? When half the male population has fucking milk coming out of their titties and Burger King finally admits, all right, we knew, right? No, they'd pin it on one fucking pimpled kid on the fryer later. He'd take the fall. He'd be the Ollie North of the fucking Burger King. It's all the same. It's all the same fucking game. Okay? And the game is press record and talk for an hour. That's what the game is on this podcast. I don't know what game you guys showed up to watch, but that right there is what the fuck is going on. All right. Well, guess what? Guess who went to the farmer's market today and got some beets and all of that shit? Now, before any of you fucking cunts, okay, wake up on the wrong side of the haystack and then got to start fucking sending me emails telling me that a lot of the fucking food at the farmer's market is also not healthy because these corporate-run farms have figured out a way how to sneak their food in there. I realize that. All right? I'm doing the best I can. You know what's hilarious? We went to this farmer's market, right? And my lovely wife, Nia, who I got to tell you right now, you know, you go through ups and downs in your marriage. I don't think I've ever loved her more. We just had the best holidays. She's fucking awesome. Having said that, see that? I established credibility. I said a bunch of wonderful things about my wife, so now I'm going to trash her. All right, I'm not saying she's dumb. She's just not smart. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to go to the farmer's market. And you know how people are. It's fucking monkey see, monkey do. So we're going down there, and I go, all right, let's bring the stroller. My daughter's too big for a stroller at this point, but like the stroller, we can use it underneath part to put all the, the vegetables and shit that we get that are allegedly organic and, where the celery was allowed to walk around before they picked it, whatever the fuck they talk about down there with their fucking Bergenstocks. So I go, why don't we just bring the big stroller, right? And she's just like, she goes, okay. And she's like, why don't we get one of those like wagon things? Why don't we get one of those wagon things that we always see everybody down there? They put their kids in them and they're collapsible and they're foldable. I'm like, because we don't need it. We don't need it. We have a fucking stroller, See, I'm making a good point, but then I say fuck and I ruin it. I go, we got a fucking stroller. We can just stick the thing underneath it. And she's just like, no, it just seems like easier. I'm like, we haven't been to the farmer's market since before I went to New York to do that movie. That was like in May. That's not true, is it? Yes, it's true. We don't need it. We don't need it. Because then it's just going to be this fucking thing that's just sitting in the garage. I don't know if you guys know anything about me, but I am not into clutter. All right? I'm not into clutter. I'm not into women with ideas. There's a lot of things I'm not... Fuck it with you. This is what I notice when I go over people's houses. All right? The fucking clutter. The problem areas. All right? The laundry room. Okay? You have dirty and clean clothes. Just down there. You don't know what's going on, right? Who's in the holding cell? Who's down here to bail them out? You don't know who's a good guy, who's a bad guy, what. It's just a fucking shit show. You do your laundry, you fucking fold it, and you put it away. You finish the job. You free Kuwait. You go to Baghdad. You take them out. You finish the job. I'm kidding. There's that. Then there's like behind doors. That's another place people like to, my wife likes to just stick shit behind doors. And I take it out and I just put it on her side of the room. She goes, what are you doing? I go, what am I doing? What are you doing? Why is that there? Why don't you put it in the closet? Because there's no more room. Well, then guess what? You got too much shit. Stop buying shit. What do we need? We got clothes. We got a fucking house that we need to pay off, for fuck's sakes. All we need is food. Go out and buy food. Stop buying all this other fucking shit. And then garage is the last area. I fucking hate a garage that you can't put a car in. That's what the fuck it's for. It's not to fucking house all of the shit that you didn't need in the first place, but now you have an emotional connection to. And you can't let go of it, so then you just fucking stick it out there. It's a fucking shit show. So that's what I do. I just fucking, my wife, oh my God, I love this chair. We should get another one for the other room. No, we have it. You want to fucking be on this chair? Sit in the chair in this room. It's a fucking chair. It's not speakers. What do you need two for? Sorry. Whatever. We all have our fucking role in a relationship, and that's my role. My role is to make sure, and I'm going to tell you something right now, guys especially, stay on your fucking woman about buying shit, because you know what they'll do? They'll fucking buy so much fucking shit, they'll start going, we need more space. We need a bigger fucking house. Then you got to buy a bigger house. You have not increased the amount of people in the fucking house. You just bought too much shit, and then you don't have any more closet space. Fucking get rid of it. You know what the fuck I got? I got a fucking zillion of those goddamn, those bags, because you're not supposed to have plastic bags or brown bags anymore. We have like fucking 40 million of them. So you know what I'm going to fucking do? I'm going to just fucking throw 10 in her car, 5 in mine, and then I'm taking all the rest of them, and I'm going down to fucking Skid Row, where all those homeless people got all the plastic bags and shit. They always need bags. They need bags. I'm just going to fucking give them to them. That's it. Free up that fucking cupboard. That's my shit. All right? I am not living in that fucking house with that chair with all this shit on top of it. You can't fucking sit down. You can't put your car in the fucking garage. I'm also not going to keep buying shit and then dumping it off down at the fucking Goodwill either. I'm not doing that shit either. I'm just going to fucking, I'm done with shit.